The Museum of Russian Art is a one-of-a-kind landmark located in southwest Minneapolis and is the only Russian museum dedicated to art in North America. The museum has a strong presence due to its distinct Spanish colonial revival style facade. It began as a church for the Mayflower congregation, which is still located nearby. The museum is still characterized by the remnants of the church's architecture, including the aisles, chapel, and apse. A mezzanine has been added as an additional gallery space above the main chapel, expanding the exhibition space. The museum houses art from Imperial, Soviet, and modern Russia that encapsulates the sentiments and history of the region.
Those 70 years are gone, and even though some people sometimes try to recreate that art that was done during the Soviet period, it's impossible.
The museum typically displays 3 different exhibitions from their large collection of over 7,000 pieces and rotates their exhibits frequently.
We have a collection of posters, photographs, Soviet-era coins, and postage stamps.
The 3 exhibitions are dispersed within the museum according to the building's architecture. The largest gallery is within the main chapel of the museum, with another smaller exhibition located in a private room off of the chapel named the Fireside Gallery. The mezzanine above the main gallery houses the final exhibition space of the museum. Accessible from the mezzanine, the museum houses a gift shop that offers authentic Russian art prints, ceramics, snacks, and accessories available for purchase. This gift shop is a unique asset of the museum, as there are not many other local stores of its kind. When the Museum of Russian Art was established in 2002, it was intended to exhibit a private collection of Soviet realist art. Although the Twin Cities has a large Russian presence, the museum's founding was surprisingly not dependent on that. As the museum expanded, it grew into a new entity, one that served local Minnesotans and taught them about Russian art, and another that gave Russian immigrants a sense of community and solidarity within the Twin Cities metro area. Today, the museum still holds true to these values.
And as a museum, we work for Minnesotans. So it has to be in English. It has to be a museum that's open to everyone.
The museum involves and supports the Russian community through events such as music performances, plays, dances, Russian language events, and book clubs. The Museum of Russian Art is an important landmark in the Twin Cities because it brings awareness and recognition to the local Russian community. The community of Russian immigrants in Minnesota has a population of approximately 11,000 to 60,000 people. Although so prominent, this community is often overlooked due to their ability to integrate into the community after immigration. These individuals are also not grouped together within the Twin Cities, and their disbursement obscures their presence.
The Russian community is very diverse here. It's not a single unified community.
Another reason that Russian immigrants are underrepresented is due to the stereotyping that reflects these individuals in an untrue and negative light.
Russians are quite often, especially in Hollywood movies, it's like Russian mafia or bad guys or oligarchs. So the representation of Russianness is quite often negative.
The Museum of Russian Art helps to alleviate this stereotype through showing the creativity and inventiveness of the Russian community. Despite the efforts for representation, an art embargo lawsuit between Washington, D.C. and the Russian state museums has placed holds on any art being loaned from Russia to the United States museums. This art embargo has been in effect since 2011 and furthers the difficulty to expose Russian art and therefore hinders the representation of the Russian community. Although known as invisible immigrants, the Russian community plays a big part of the ethnography of the Twin Cities and Minnesota. It is important that they are supported and recognized by all.